What's happening, y'all? This is Pastor Anderson again. And I guess this can be in between the pews because I wanted to have a conversation with you as we are in Lent and as Resurrection Sunday is quickly approaching. This coming Sunday, of course, is Palm Sunday, followed by Holy Week, where we are remembering the final week of Jesus as he walked the roads of Jerusalem before he was falsely arrested, before he was falsely tried, before he was convicted and executed, and eventually resurrected from the dead. I wanted to come because we have many in the church today who like to carry on traditions, and traditions are okay if you understand why you do them or what the origins are, if they line up with your faith. A lot of times we are trying to maintain things that are not biblical and that can actually put us in trouble with God. One of the things that I wanted to try to address is Easter. Easter, Easter. Easter is the day that we all supposedly celebrate the resurrection of Jesus, but in reality, Easter is a wordplay on the name Ishtar, Istar. Ishtar is a Sumerian god that would later be adopted by the Wiccan community representing spring. In the Bible, I think it's Venus. The goddess Venus, Ishtar was the protector or the protectress of prostitutes and the patron of the alehouse. Part of her cult included temple prostitution. And so Easter is actually named after this particular deity. And one of the things that I wanted to bring up is how the symbolisms are all there. One, you have the symbolism of the Easter egg. The Easter egg actually represents fertility. It actually represents giving birth, and that out of that egg comes a life. And you have a bunny rabbit, and this information was made readily available for those of us who were chaplains with the Federal Bureau of Prisons, because we had individuals who practiced that faith inside of the institutions. And while I was at LCI Tallahassee, I was responsible to provide religious accommodations for the Wiccan community. And so I was informed by the practitioners of this faith that the bunny rabbit actually represents the physical representation of Ishtar, represents the physical representation, and that the Easter eggs represent the fertility of giving life so that spring may happen. And that this idea of coming from the grave, and they was able to explain it in such a way that I can see how it was transferred from them to us, being Jesus resurrected, new life. Everything is now new in the spring. Let me share this. I want to try and help somebody today. We don't celebrate Easter. We don't celebrate Easter. If you're in the body of Christ, you don't celebrate Easter. You can celebrate Resurrection Sunday because we celebrate the fact that Jesus got up with all power. We don't celebrate Easter. We don't, in any form, any capacity, any way, celebrate a pagan holiday in the church. We don't do that. We don't display Easter eggs. I know many kids are going to do their Easter egg hunt and do all these other things. All of this is too connected to the worship that pagans engage in. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Jesus. It has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with the resurrection. Easter is a pagan holiday. Resurrection Sunday is our holiday. It is our holy day. It is the highest holy day of the year, and we minimize its importance and its impact when we begin talking about the fact that we are going to celebrate Easter. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous because Ishtar in the Mesopotamian community, in the Sumerian community, was one of the gods that God said they should not worship. And yet in our churches, but Easter isn't the only day. Christmas. Think about Valentine's Day. Think about many of these holidays that we supposedly celebrate, and we have allowed others to put a spin on it to make us think that it is about God and worship and serve. Has nothing to do with it. No Easter eggs, no bunny rabbits, all these kind of things becomes dangerous. It literally can put us at odds with God. So I just want to get on here and kind of share this with you. Hopefully you will, listen to what I'm saying. You can research this. You can actually research this. And when you take a look at it, let me just pull something else up. Question of what was Ishtar the goddess of? A multifaceted goddess. So it's a female. Ishtar takes three paramount forms. She's the goddess of love and sexuality, and thus the goddess of fertility. She is responsible for all life, but she is never a mother goddess. She's responsible for all life. God is responsible for all life. To celebrate Easter is to reject God. I want y'all to just process that. To celebrate Easter is to reject God. And she's a goddess of war. Here Jesus comes in peace. He wages war spiritually, but Jesus doesn't wage war against humanity. We got to begin to think this thing through. I want you to just think about that. Don't celebrate Easter. Celebrate Resurrection Sunday. Don't display eggs. Don't try to put the cross and the bunny and the egg. They don't work. They don't go together. As much as we would like them to, they don't. And we need to know the history because too many of us are engaged in false worship. I'm going to holler at y'all for now. Went longer than I wanted to, but yeah, I just want to let y'all know. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.